A diving suit based on Leonardo's designs is being stitched together using traditional materials. Pigskin leather has been treated with fish oil to make it water resistant.
The water just beads right off of that. If you go ahead and do a dip test, you'll see what I mean.
Okay, so we could actually make the whole suit out of this if it's got good waterproof qualities.
Absolutely.
A reinforced helmet is needed to prevent the mask from squeezing and bruising Jackie's face as the water pressure increases the deeper she goes. The hood will need glass lenses, a material Leonardo would have had easy access to, because Venice was the world capital of glass production in 1500. Leonardo's plan was to breathe through a long snorkel made from hollow bamboo.
The drawing of it.
Above the surface of the water emerges the mouth of a tube by which the diver draws breath, supported upon wineskins or pieces of cork.
The lengths of bamboo are joined together with pigskin sheaths, but had Leonardo considered the effects of water pressure?
As I inhale a little bit, which simulates the outside water pressure, watch what happens.
Right,
You see?
so
It just
you're going to
collapsed shut.
suffocate, or
Yeah,
rather I'm
exactly.
going to suffocate.
Yeah, well, not
Okay.
me.
The drawing shows that Leonardo understood enough about water pressure to place a spring inside the pigskin sheath to stop it collapsing. But could his grasp of physics in the 1500s really enable him to design an entire underwater breathing apparatus?
Now when I inhale, go ahead and plug the side for me.
Right, okay, so it's keeping it open.
Exactly.
And given the flexibility as well.
Exactly, yep. So it didn't fully collapse, which
Yep.
means that perhaps Leonardo had more interest and more knowledge in water pressure than we thought.
Ready for the next test.
Leonardo's diving suit is now ready. Jackie is testing it first in the safety of a swimming pool.
What we got here,
A hollow cork float holds the bamboo snorkel out of the water.
also known as the mushroom. See how the water just runs right down. The water is shed away from the intake sphere, so there's no water going to run down inside.
But a snorkel device such as this won't allow Jackie to go very deep before the water pressure makes breathing uncomfortable.
That was amazing. That was completely amazing. I was really enjoying that. And it was good, but then when you get to a certain level, suddenly it's really high, right? Really struggling, and the pain in your chest is here. It's like, you know, it starts to get really hard.
Right.
But, you know, just a couple of inches, moving up a couple of inches makes all the difference, and you can breathe really easily.
Wow.
It's fine.
Leonardo's scribbled instructions for all his devices are chaotic and fragmentary. Perhaps they're also deliberately misleading. He may either have been protecting his intellectual copyright or trying to stop his designs from being misused.
I have many times been asked to describe my methods of remaining underwater without sustenance, but I've always refused on account of the evil nature of man who could practice assassination at the bottom of the seas.
Scott and Jackie are now going to test the diving suit in the Venetian lagoon, where Leonardo intended it to be used 500 years ago. We know the concept as he sketched it is limited and dangerous, so Scott has had to work out what Leonardo didn't tell us.
These holes up there, up on the top, up here,
Yeah.
the holes, I don't think they were up here. I think the holes were down low. Because if they were down low like this, then we have a massive air chamber inside here now. And the diver still used it as a snorkel. But he can also grab a hold of it and he can pull it down. Eventually, you know, gas always goes to least amount of pressure,
Yeah.
right? So it turns into a compressed air diving system.
Right.
Jackie now feels more confident and gets ready to take the plunge.
That's it. It's very snug around the hips. You lifted me right up the boat. That's so funny.
If Scott is right, this could make it possible for her to walk across the seabed.
Lovely. So all I've got to do is get a hold of these ropes and then pull it down. I'm going to get this big load of fresh new air into the hood.
And I was looking through some other pieces of paper here. He had this bellows right here, and there's a flexible hose coming off of it. So we're thinking that if we were to use the bellows, you're actually giving compressed air to a diver.
Okay.
So Jackie takes the plunge into the depths of the Venetian lagoon. But could she fulfill Leonardo's dream of walking along the seabed? The diving suit is a triumph, and Jackie is able to walk along the seabed, just as Leonardo described.
An underwater army. Men as agile as fish, with armor adapted to underwater travel and with a constant supply of fresh air such as this.
As a weapon of war, it wouldn't have been wildly practical. But as an early diving suit, it is very impressive, particularly when you realize that no one else would get close to doing this until 300 years after Leonardo's death.